Great to everybody again. Our conversation today is going to be called Listening to the Voice Within. A lot of times when we are thinking and attempting to make a decision, we tend to rely upon the input from other people externally. But tonight I want to talk about the power that's found when you would listen to the voice that is truly within you, the voice that is innate, the voice that is harnessing all of the knowledge, all of the visions, all the goals, all the hopes, all the dreams that are required for your life expectancy here on this realm. So tonight, let's talk about that. If you are not aware of me, I am Dr. Marrian Afua. My company is Exponential Existence. We are a personal mastery and business development corporation here in Arizona. Our promise and our focus is to be able to serve you in such a way that you can have increased financial security. You will be able to have rewarding and reciprocating relationships, as well as have optimal health. So we're going to be working on that together. So tonight, that's what our conversation is about. How do you listen to the voice that's within? Now, that's kind of like a cliche thing. Everyone's saying, oh, it's all inside of you. That's my mantra. They're also talking about, utilizing your brain and using your experiences in order to harness and leverage what it is you desire. But one of the things we don't think about is how do you access that voice within? How do you even access it? Where is it at? Where did it come from? The voice within is your inner you, the parts of you that we have often covered up because we're attempting to stay connected to society, we're attempting to stay connected to our family. And so we've kind of over the time forgotten about what exactly our intentions, our motivations, our thrills are about. So tonight, listening to the voice within requires you to really pause for a second, sometimes even a minute, and maybe even a day to really get clarity on what it is that you truly are desiring for yourself and for those that you are in touch with that are part of your family, part of your community. So when you are in touch with that individual, you are able to see that your purpose, your vision, your mission, your cause is all interconnected with the parts of the voice within. The voice within is not something that was influenced. It was already the driven purpose, the driven potential energy that we all have inside of us. That voice within is the voice that is going to give you the sound advice that you need when everything is helter skelter. It's that small, still voice that is telling you that everything is okay. It's that voice that's telling you to investigate a little bit more. But it's never designed to destroy you. It's designed to help you reach and gain a greater grasp of the very thing you've been holding on and wishing for so that it become a reality. But when we ignore this voice within, it can also have some consequences that we're not happy to receive, which is that we can have delays. We can be distracted. We can find ourselves living in what I call the misery mud, right? Where you're constantly always just trudging through, trying to figure out what's happening because we're not taking a moment to do a check in. You know how you call your best friend or best girlfriend and you want to, vent about what's happening, or maybe it's your parents. Whatever that is, the same way is the same way you should be going within. Now there are multiplicity of ways you can go within. But one of the most common ways is just to pause and get quiet and really ask yourself the questions you're hoping to get answered and allow it to see, is it resonating with your divine purpose and vision and intention for your life? Not because of your title, not because of your age, not because of your location, but actually because of who you are and what you were commissioned and agreed to do here on this planet at this time. Truly taken from the words of Audre Lorde, I'm going to say, you are the one you're waiting for. And we are also waiting for you. We're waiting for you to begin to pursue that very deep, passionate vision. Not the one that sounds good and is all fancy and packaged up real good. We're talking about the one that is going to incite you to take and deliver a level of consistency, a level of progress that brings joy to you that others may not even understand. So the voice within is designed to do that very work for you. It's designed to get to you to release the energy to attract that onto you that you actually need to fulfill it, right? How many times have you thought about buying a car, or maybe you were thinking about buying an outfit? Everywhere you went, you seem to kind of always see that same commercial or see that same project. That's exactly what happens when you begin to understand and listen to the voice within. The voice within is hearing you say that in your conscious mind. You're seeing it. And then your subconscious mind is saying, yeah, that's something I really would like to see, feel, and experience. So then you start thinking about it, talking about it. You saying how you're going to put the rims on it. You're talking about how you're going to keep it clean. You're talking about taking a road trip. So after a while, you begin to see and manifest. And that voice says, hey, go to the car lot today. Or it says, hey, look online and see what's there. That voice within is a guiding force. It's like your inner GPS. It is the original GPS. It's going to tell you. Now, some of y'all might say, well, listen, I can't always trust my inner voice. And the whole point of trusting your inner voice is not that you can't trust it. It is that at this point in time in your life, you have not allowed yourself to trust it. It is worthy to be trusted. It is something, but it's going to cause us to have to take an evolutionary turn in our actions and our thoughts. It may cause us to have to stop practicing and believing and doing some things that we've gotten very comfortable doing. It's going to stretch us because that inner voice understands truly the original assignment that you were given here on this planet. The inner voice really is aware of what's best for you. The inner voice is actually going to cause you to do a lot of things and talk to some people that you never thought you would have to speak to, or take some actions at a level that you never thought you would. And one of those things for me, I can remember that when I first started listening to my inner voice, people say, "Oh, that's a bunch of foo stuff, right? That's just a waste of energy and time." But it's not that it's a waste of energy and time. What it is that this society has grown into an instant mindset. Everything has to happen and everything has to be proven and everything has to be known by everybody, or it doesn't really make sense. If it's outside of the normal parameters, we tend to not want to engage in it, when in actuality, we should be striving for it. The entire world by which we are living and we embrace it and we're enjoying is based upon the fact that someone did something that's a little bit different to give us plastic, to give us bread, cooked food, plumbing system. Someone did a little bit something different. Somebody had to go against the grain of what everyone else was saying and listen to the voice within and say that it was possible. Someone had to be willing to think about the mathematical schematics that were necessary for them to be able to put the spaceship into space. Someone had to be willing to step outside of the boundaries in order to allow someone else to have an opportunity of equity, unity, and freedom. So it's not that we ourselves are destined to be destroyed or relegated and oppressed by the images and circumstances that we experience. It is for us to say that that's not our reality. That's not our reality. It is for us to say that is not our reality, and we have much more to look forward to because this is just a temporal zone that we are in existing. Once you begin to listen, you begin to understand the power of you, because you truly are your greatest and best, priceless ally and asset for anything you want to get done in your life. You may have to interconnect with other people, but you are the stimulus that is going to get everything going. You're going to take the action. Your belief is going to increase. And that comes from trusting the inner voice. People call it the gut, right? My intuition, my gut. I heard, I felt. All of that is great, but in reality, it just simply means that you have something to give that is yearning to be born, that others are waiting for, you are waiting for, to manifest, to improve not just your individual life, but the life of all those around you, to begin to enhance and grow and spin and experience. Absolutely, positively, so it is. Listening to the inner voice becomes a criterion around that you cannot avoid, you cannot deny, you cannot limit. It is a requirement for your evolution and advancement. So if you want to take a journey with me and discuss this further, come on and join into the group if you haven't joined into it already. Like and share our page, share with a friend. Come back. This is our Thursday thought. The thought that should take us into the next week. So if you dwell on the idea of how do I listen and how do I utilize my inner voice a little bit more every day, when you get that gut feeling, that intuition, it's not about lacking emotion. It's about being able to be aware that when there's a time when you are overwhelmed, you can stop, pause, take in a deep breath, and blow it out. And know that you're listening. And you don't have to sit still, but you can still be in action at the same time you're listening to this inner voice. This is not some, multi-step process. It is a conscious awareness that you need to understand and have a greater knowledge of what you should do. Personal mastery is about mastering you so that everything else you touch truly is mastered for the benefit and purpose of you. Listening to the inner voice, the power within, the truth within, the love within, the abundance within, the wholesomeness within, the integrity within. I'm cautioning you and I'm saying to you that when you begin to listen, there will be changes. Change is inevitable when you're growing and you're expanding. You have to create a new space. Absolutely, positively, so it is. So with that, I'm going to wrap up here. Again, if you want to reach me, my streaming at the bottom is my website. If you are not already on our mailing list, we send out a monthly newsletter and other little tidbits that can help you throughout the month. Just real simple things, nothing major. And occasionally we do tell you about some programs you can join for. Specifically in September, we're going to be hosting our Exponential You conference again. We'll be hosting it live in Arizona as well as virtually. So you want to go ahead and sign up for our mailing list. You can get your opportunity to join us here in Arizona. It is limited. The space is absolutely positively limited because we are following COVID protocols, and you will have to follow those protocols while you're at the conference. Please keep that in mind. We would love to see your face in the place, but it will be very limited, the number of people we can house as well as hold true to the COVID protocols in our area. Additionally, I'm also hosting the Azon Inner Heal Her Retreat, happening again in July 16th through the 18th. July 16th through the 18th. Hey, everybody. So we're going to be able to do that and get everything going. So go ahead and go right now to this link that's right here below at exponentialexistence.com// connect. And we definitely will connect with one another and begin to continue to grow and expand because you are truly the best thing growing. All we have to do is focus on the fertilizer, which begins within our mind. Until next time.